Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I'm here for a little challenge, challenging myself. I hope everybody's doing great, and I really appreciate you being here. Before we get started, I want to thank all of the new subscribers, and of course, as always, all of you who continue to come back and to comment and interact with me on the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you very, very much. Very much. More than you probably even know. So here's what we're going to do today. Recently, I picked up this. It's called Our Wedding by Lori Whitlock. And it is a Echo Park paper collection, wedding related. And I picked this up while I was at the lake because I don't really have, I had too many other things that I was trying to get ready to come up here. So I didn't go through my travel bag and make sure I had everything I needed. And I only had a couple of things for projects. And so I thought, well, I'll just grab this and I will challenge myself to use all of this as much as I can and create some things out of it. So let me show you what's in here. This is what's left of the stickers, which there's a good amount that we can probably use, and then there's a lot that we probably won't. So we have those. This, I did take off all of the trim edges, so we'll save these for a little bit later. And then here, I did a sample of the project we're gonna do, and my thought was, let's cut as much as we can for the project, and then we'll use all of the leftover pieces to create whatever we can out of it, using as much as possible. So let me show you the pages first, and then I'll show you what we're gonna create. So this is one of them, and then this is the sentiments, or the little journal cards. So we probably are not going to use any of these. So we will use that page. This one is a neutral, and it's neutral on that side, so that'd be great. This one's gorgeous. And we're good with that one. This one as well. I mean, those are bouquets, but they don't scream bridal. This one has wedding cake, so we probably won't use that side. This one I definitely won't use, and this has rings on it, but my thought was perhaps what we can do is with whatever is left over, maybe we can just collage this with all of these leftovers, and then we'll have a nice little master board. So that's the plan of attack. Okay, now to what we are going to create. I've picked these up before, and I found these again while I was up here, and these are little, the word feet, and then you pull it out, and there are some feet, shoes. And some of these are a little bent, but it's like a hidden little journaling space, right? And I've created some of these before. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them out. And we'll see how many we do. Here's one that I finished with this paper. And, oops. None of these have been decorated. They're all just plain at the moment. And by the way, my dad and Dave are working outside on some projects, and I did tell them at one point that I was going to be doing videos, but I don't think they listened to me. So if you hear, there you go, drilling, or if Dave comes in here needing something, my apologies in advance. So this is what we're gonna make. All we need to do, and I'm gonna make one before we cut these down so you can kind of see how it is. Now, I know you might not have these at your disposal, but you could definitely recreate these. What you would have to do is you would take, well, maybe I can show you. You would take 2 pieces of cardstock and you would cut it down so that you had 2 pieces this size, 2 pieces this size. You'd cut a piece down this size, but then on the bottom, you would make this kind of like this on the other end, but with just 1 piece, so it catches and it stops it. That's the way that it goes, if that makes sense. Maybe we'll try one of those. But with any whoosies, here's what we got. We have a piece that needs to be cut. Now I'll show you how I did it when we cut ours. So this is 4 1/4, 4 5. 4 and a couple ticks. I think it's 5/8, but you know, whatever. And then the length of all of this is 7 1/2. Okay. So what I did is I cut the piece 7 1/2 and then cut it again so that I would have that little piece. And I'll show you how I did that in a minute. But all we're going to do is just glue this on. Oh, you know what I didn't do though was the little pieces in the middle. Duh, Ange. And I'm working with what I got here today, friends. So we're working with some Elmers. And I sent Dave, when he went to Menards, I thought I'd be pressing my luck if I sent him to Hobby Lobby. Well, he wouldn't have went. Well, maybe he would have. I don't know. He also had to go to Dollar General to get some, what do you call that, shelf liner for me. And my mom and I went to a different Dollar General because she needed something. So I was like, okay, you're off the hook. You don't have to get me glue. I forgot all my glue. All I have is glue sticks. Mom and I will get that one, but please get the one that we needed at Menards. And apparently they have, where are my scissors? Over here. They have, I have not tried it yet, but Gorilla Glue makes a fabric glue. It says bonds cotton, denim, polyester, felt, bead, sequence, ribbon, and more. Permanent bond, washer and dryer safe, fast setting. That's all I had to work with. I mean, I took what I could get. So we're not working with the best of adhesives today. But I'll let you know how that works. Oops. So I just kind of rounded that out. And then I think on this, we're just going to, and we'll cut these so that we have our pieces for all of them. I won't put them all together because you would be very bored if we did that. So what I did is I just opened this up. And then glued this one on. And, you know, like I said, this isn't the most perfect glue assemblage. And then we're just going to flip it over. Oh, that one got a little bit long. I'm going to do this one on this side. So what's everybody been up to? It is a Saturday here. It's a very gloomy, yesterday was like 80 degrees, 75, 80 degrees here. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the exact temperature. I just know what they were predicting. And today it's in the 50s and it's cold and rainy. So it rained until about 2 o'clock today, and Dave had some work he wanted to do outside. And so I just did my work. I got to watch Carrie's live today while I was working, and then I started getting ready for some videos, because by the time you'll watch this, give a scrap, hashtag give a scrap, follow the hashtag and watch the videos, because there's a lot of talented artists participating on YouTube, and we'll be doing some things on the Makers Market as well. And I, again, in my not planning like I should have, now I do want to round these corners, but I don't want to do it until this is dry, because that glue is so wet that it's just not going to work. Now we have scraps here, so let's see if we can make this work. This particular piece is, how long is this? Just under 3.5 by 3. But what I did is I just, oh, yay, that fits perfectly in there, probably because I cut the other one before. We're just going to mark this, and we're going to cut 2 of them at the same size, and then we'll be good to go. Nicely done, Ange. Nicely done. So I have not done one video, but I'm prepping, and I had this one prepped, and then I had I have another one that I prepped, so that one's ready. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3 videos prepped that I can do. I was painting and I needed a break from painting, and so I decided it was a good time to get these ready. So I think all in all, before I go back home, what is that? I don't know, but see, like that said Mrs. and Mrs., so no bueno on that, right? I should have, let's see, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my Give a Scrap video for, I don't know, how did I do that? Did I cut that wrong? I think I did because I was talking. Oh well, it's fine. So I had my video, which I will Give a Scrap up on the 30th, so I'll just save that project and do it at the end of the month. But I had it all ready to roll, and I left it at home. So my mom helped me. We went over to Moe's, and you guys had suggested that during our live sale, you suggested using like junk mail and, you know, whatever I could find at her house. Well, I forgot that they changed her address, and so I didn't have any mail, but Mom and I came up with some things. I'm considering, again, by the time that you see this, I will probably already decided. Dave is going back to Davenport tomorrow, so I think I will have some time to actually do a live. So I'm thinking I'm going to go live, and then you guys can help me decide what I'm going to do and record for the Give a Scrap for the kickoff day on April 1st. And that's all we're doing, is just cutting this like that. Now, the thing is, I guess I don't mind. I was thinking, do I want all of these with this? But I've got a whole stack of these little cards, so I think it'll be fine. But let me just show you. This will just be a mock-up, so you can kind of see what I'm meaning if you wanted to create your own. Okay, now I'm just gonna leave that like it is, and I won't do anything more with it while we're on camera, because it really needs to dry, and that needs to set really well. So probably we won't do much decorating on these. All right, let's just use a couple of these. Sure. Let me just shore this up and make sure we'll go as long as we possibly can. Oh, it doesn't look like it's straight, but maybe it is. So this is how long. I'm just gonna do this. We're just gonna make it easy. I'm gonna fold this in half. So imagine that those two pieces are the bottom. So that would be this part of it, right? Okay. Now, what we would want to fit in here is a piece that was also the same size as this. So what we could do is, maybe we'll use a piece of this so you guys can kind of see the difference. So we're just gonna cut this, and let's see. See, I didn't think this was straight, but it's straight enough for the example. And then we're just gonna cut an inch, each one of these an inch, because that'll be easiest. So we just go an inch. This trimmer is not the best trimmer. Okay, so now we have, what in the name of craziness is going on here? Bicycle. Can't measure today, apparently. Okay, these are each an inch, all right? So basically, this next piece of paper is going to tuck in between these two, all right? Just like that. And then this will go inside of here. Does that make sense? So everything should line up. This looks like it needs to come over just a little smidgy. Just in case you want to do trimmer. Try this at home. All right, now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and glue this on here so you guys can get the idea. All right. Now we got to make sure that when this goes in, it's as straight as this template's going to be for the sake of doing this. And then we want it to stop about right here. So I'm going to mark just a tiny little mark right there, so I know. All right, and then we're just going to glue this one right on here. I do have to say, I'm liking this angle of my, and I love this table that I'm working on. It's very nice. All right, not exactly entirely straight, but for the purpose of this example. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to be gluing along here, right? So we want something the same length as this to be able to catch on it. So when it gets, well, a little bit shorter, so that when it gets to the top, it stops. All right, so I'm just gonna do another inch. Oh, somebody's coming in. I think it's my father. All right, so 1 inch. And we probably don't need to do 2 of these, but we're just going to. Now, we want this one to be a little bit shorter than what our other one was. So I'm just going to glue here. And what I mean by that is I don't want this to be the exact same length as the pocket because it has to be able to slide in and out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to barely, just so it pops out just a little bit. There you go. See the difference between this one and this one? It's like maybe 1/8 of an inch. And then, and again, that glue. This glue is not the best. But it says glue all extra strong formula. Well, that might be the truth, but it takes an extra long time for it to dry. So I don't know if you guys have ever used this, but it wouldn't be my preferred glue. Okay, so then I have to do the same thing. I'm just going to trim off this side. So it's about 1/8 of an inch longer. Longer? Oh my Lord, shorter. There we go. All right, now I'm going to put this right down in here, right there. And I just want to make sure that this is all, I'm just looking at it to make sure it's going to work here. So I'm really going thin right along the edge here, but I'm closing that off right there. So that way, when it pulls up, it will stop at the top. It's never gonna stop. Start to the top. Okay, and then I'm just gonna close that in there, and then we'll just let it dry. Looks like I need to trim up a little bit. some reason that didn't want to stick. I'm just going to glue this down here too. That way it will. I'm going to add more up here. So that's how you would do it. Just basically that's what this mechanism is. That's all there is to it. Just bigger. So there you go. Oops. And stop messing with it, Ange. Let it dry. Okay, set that aside. All right, so you got the gist. Now, I did the one, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. All right, so let's just go ahead and cut some of these up. Let's start with this one. Whew, I just got hot all of a sudden. You can see I have 2 shirts on, and now I need to start shedding layers. Okay, so we are going to cut this at 7.5. 7.5 inches. I'll do it this way. 7.5 inches long. See what I'm saying about that? Gets caught there. And let's just cut a bunch of them at 7.5 so we can get through this faster. All right, so I'm first gonna just cut them all at 7.5. These are all good. So you could probably, I'm thinking you can probably get more out of them. Oh, I did that one wrong. Oh, well. This one's not going to matter because I'm not going to, just in case I do decide to use the cakes. All right. There's our 7.5. So now we have all of these extras. We can make tags, journal cards, all kinds of extra things. After we do that, we're going to, oh, no. What did I do? Oh, no, I'm fine. Whew, 7.5. Now, it needs to be 4.5 wide. So I could get more out of these, but I think we're just going to make, we'll just do a front and a back for each one, and then we'll just keep this for a tag. And we won't probably get time to do everything. You know, I won't be able to make a ton of these, but I do want you to see my process. So there'll be a front and a back, and that will cover, it will cover all of this and this on both sides. And then we'll have to come back and cut those other ones. Uh-oh. Stop talking. 4.5 plus a couple smidgies. It seems like they're having a party out there. I don't know if they're neighbors or... Hard to tell. There we go. Now this one is... Let's see if I can get it where I... Okay, all of these are now cut. And now the next thing I would do, and I won't cut all of these because we know I don't want to lose the little pieces. That one seems like I cut it wrong, but oh well. So maybe we won't do that one just in case I did. All right, then all I did was I took each one of these and then I cut it at 6 1/4. So I just put it at 6 1/4, and then I cut all of the tops. So there's my, and then, so I'll just do that one and I'll cut the rest of them off camera so you don't have to go through the torture of watching me cut. And then I would just cut all of these. And so I'd need 2 for each one. So let's see. It's easier for me just to go, you know, cut one and then just copy them all. So then I would just do the same for this. And that's all there is to it. So then I would just take these all and I would just cut them like by hand. It's just easier that way. But like I said, I won't do that. I won't put you through that torture. But you know, some of these are not going to be wide enough, so I'll have to come back and do those. But you get the gist, and then you just mass make them. So I've got enough for all of these to do off camera, and then I just need to cut more of the centerpiece. See what I'm saying about that? And so I need to cut 2 of each. Oh, this one might, maybe it'll be okay once I get stuff on it. So we know that these are going to be too small to make for the center portion. And I feel like all of this we can use as collage. And I got a couple over here. Let's see. That's garbage, but there we go. That can all be collage. So why don't we make these into tags? And I'm going to make some of these tags. Of course, I'll probably back them with something else, or just, you know, some, what do you call it? Coffee dyed paper. And I'm just going to use the same. If you guys watched my short, if you haven't seen my short on how to make fancy envelope shapes, check it out. It's really easy, but I'm basically using the same formula just to make a bunch of tags. Now, this one, I think I'll do a few of them where I'm just going to round the corners on the top. And I have no fancy tools with me because I'm not at home. So, there's that. And maybe we'll do a couple. I don't know where my credit card, I'm telling you, it's like, I haven't even used my travel bags because I have most of my stuff, you know, at the camper, which I just keep it there. So I haven't used my actual travel bag, and I've neglected it. There's a lot of things missing. All right, so we just knocked those out of the park. Quick. And if you have, if you search Traveling Crafter Smash a Stack, I did where I challenged myself to use an entire paper pad, and oh my gosh, did I have fun with that. And I have so much ephemera from that. But it's a great video if you want ideas on how to go through a whole entire paper pad. So give it a go. All right, so we've got all of those. Some of them might need to be backed. Okay, we've used those. And now we have these. And I'm thinking, I mean, this is just, it's just cardstock. So why don't we let's do a couple of pockets. And I'm just going to do like 2 pockets. One longer, because that way I can use it this way or this way, right? And then I think I'll just do, oh, my tummy hurts. I decided to, I don't drink pop, but something sweet sounded good. And I'm like, I was with my mom and I said, Mom, I'm going to try one of these. There you go. There's 2 cards. I'm going to try one of these. First I got the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, I think it's called. Why don't we do this as just trifold. And then I saw that there was one, what kind is it? Let me grab it. I took a sip. I'm thinking no. Well, I saw that they had strawberries and cream. I will say no. It's not I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't my favorite. But again, I don't drink pop, so I just thought it was going to be better than it was. So we'll make a couple of folios out of this. I love this one. And that's perfect. Maybe we can make that more like this. So it could be an envelope. It could be just a fold out journal. Yeah, I mean, these are simple. We're not doing anything crazy. I might not have enough to do a whole I think I'm gonna make these pockets. I really like this. And I think we'll just do a pocket, one pocket. Oh, there we go. And we'll make 2 pockets. I'll go ahead and put these in here. So yeah, this is what you do when you're in a pinch and you're in a town where, by the way, they don't have a lot of, like the thrift stores here, the crafting options or donations are not, they're few and far between. So you kind of get what you get. This is why I hate doing that with this, my flanges. I've been working on a lot of house projects and I've had some casualties of the nails, 3 to be exact. So my manicurist, Miss Demi, is gonna have her work cut out for her when I get back. And a good thing she didn't do it before, because she's like, I thought about it, and I don't think that's probably a very good idea. This, I think I'm just gonna leave and use it. I could either back some of these and use this as the journal space. I think that's what we'll do on some of these tags. So I don't need to do that now, but I'll just put that aside. So let's do something here so we can see what we can get out of this. And I think we'll use the white part of it. And I'm just gonna kind of rip some of these down with my ruler. That's gonna be a pretty thick masterboard, actually. And I'm just gonna go to I'll cut the zip strip off. We might as well use all this, huh? I like to ride my bicycle. I like to ride my bicycle. All right. We could probably use some of this. Why not, right? Do you feel like you're at the sawmill? Because I do. Let's use all of that. I mean, we might as well use every bit that we can, right? All right, so let's get some of these down and see. What we end up with. Okay, glue stick. We can use the glue stick. And then we'll call this a video, but we pretty much have used everything, or everything is spoken for. We know what we're gonna use those items for when I finish everything up. So I would definitely suggest that you give give this a go if you haven't done it. If you want more ideas, I think I had 3 or 4 videos, or sessions, if you will, of me going through that stack. So it really was a lot of fun, and I love the challenge of it. Now, I might have to dig into, I don't know what, that might match this to finish this masterboard if I don't have enough here, but we'll see what we can do. Oh shoot, oh well. And I usually am not very dainty about this. I mean, I just slap it on there, but I'm being a little bit more neat and tidy with this one. Although I just use this as my glue page because everything's getting glued on anyway, right? So, and I wonder if we might be able to just kind of embrace a little bit of this rings in there. But this is pretty. Echo Park paper is kind of thick, so it's... I think we probably could, if I like sewed around it all to kind of let it all blend in together, I think we'd be okay. All right, what's this? Well, we can cut this off and use the Dream with Love. Why not? I mean, remember, we're going to be a masterboard. If you're new, a masterboard, something we're probably going to cut this all up and make more ephemera, right? More pockets, more tags, more tucks, more whatever. So we have the freedom here to do with it what we wish. All right, here's some more of that. Oh yeah, this is good. Hey, we might just fill this afterwards. After all, probably, I'm just thinking out loud. I guess if I sewed, after I cut the masterboard down and then sewed around the pieces, it would be fine. But my thought was, if I left some of this wedding ring business going on here, it would probably be best to leave it on the inside instead of on the edges. So I have the strength on the outside of that, but I guess it really probably doesn't matter, but it just would make me feel better. Let's see. Because I kind of like that. I mean, I know it's wedding-ish, but I don't mind it. Or maybe I can find some little bits of fabric. Like this fabric right here would look great on it. Okay, am I out of... I only have these 2 left, but I can use another... Yeah. Let's do this whole thing. Ooh, I got a little sloppy on that one. And I really like this color. Go right there. Okay. And then I think we need something right here, but let's use these little strips up. Because there's some accent pieces. How long have we been going? I can't even see my camera. My apologies. And I'm gonna do what I don't normally. Here, let's do this. Because now I'm getting down to the point where I've got stuff pretty much everywhere. Oh, I love that. Let's see, this Elmer's business. The Elmer's glue stick, not so great. Elmer's glue. I'm not that it's not great for what, you know, it's intended for, but not for junk journal things. At least for me. Just personal preference. Ooh, 2 more. And I shall say goodbye. Where my brother-in-law and brother and sister-in-law are coming into town. Dave's brother. And we're going to have a date night. So we're going to a restaurant that's been around for years and years. I don't know how long. It's very tiny, but it's called Northwestern Steakhouse. So good. And I haven't been there, well, since I lived up here. So a very, very, very long time. So that will be fun. Oh, I guess these keep popping up. Like, here's more of them. There's 2 more. So this is looking pretty good, friends. I like this a lot. And I think we'll be okay with leaving some of these spare parts here and there. I think it'll be just fine. And the last one is this little wooden piece. Lovely. So we just busted through that whole thing, and now I've got all kinds of ephemera within just one little quick little session. I hope that you guys enjoyed today, and I appreciate, like I said before, each and every one of you very, very, very much. I appreciate you being here on my live sales. I love it when you comment and I get to interact with you. It just means a lot to me, and I am thankful for your friendships. And, you know, it's pretty cool that I get to do what I get to do and forge all kinds of really cool relationships with all of you friends. So I love y'all to the moon, and you need to hear that more often. And so I promise I'll say it more often. But look at all the fun things that we were able to accomplish in just a few short minutes. Well, okay, not a few short minutes. And these are all for those other ones, so we'll finish those up. Look at all that. There's more and more and more. But very simple, and then you can decorate them. I will probably just slap a couple things on here. I don't have much that I'll use, but I think it'd be kind of fun. Until next time, friends, as I always say, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.